Once upon a time, in a tiny island kingdom called Britain, there began a story that would span the globe. This little island with its green hills and misty landscapes was known for its knights and castles, its kings and queens. But no one could have imagined that it would one day rule over land so far and wide that the sun would never set on its territories. The story of the British Empire starts with brave sailors and explorers. One such sailor was Sir Francis Drake. With his ship, the Golden Hind, he set sail on a grand adventure around the world. His daring feats on the high seas ignited the spirit of exploration among the British, setting them on a path to discover new lands. These explorers sailed far and wide across oceans, discovering unknown islands and vast continents. They often returned with tales of exotic lands and riches beyond belief, spices from India, silk from China, and gold from Africa. The young men and women listening to these stories back home were filled with dreams and aspirations of their own adventures. As time went by, the quest for wealth and influence grew. The British merchants saw the opportunity to trade and make fortunes, leading to the establishment of trading posts and colonies in far-flung places. The East India Company was one of the first to venture into India, a land of colors and treasures. Over time, this company grew so powerful that it started to govern and control entire regions in India, becoming a cornerstone of the empire. Meanwhile, in the Americas, the British settlers were building new lives. Jamestown in Virginia was one of the first British colonies, where settlers planted crops and built homes with dreams of prosperity. The pilgrims who sailed on the Mayflower to Plymouth were seeking freedom, hoping for their own promised land. Over the years, the 13 colonies on the eastern coast of what we now call the United States prospered under British rule. As the 18th century rolled around, the winds of change were blowing. The American colonies grew weary of the British Crown's heavy taxes and rules, leading to one of the most famous chapters in the empire's history, the American Revolution. The colonies fought bravely for their independence, and in 1783, Britain had to let them go. Yet, this didn't deter the British spirit. They turned their eyes to other parts of the world, particularly the rich and diverse lands of Africa and Asia. Africa, with its vast landscapes, became a new frontier for the empire. Explorers and missionaries ventured deep into its heartlands, followed by soldiers and administrators. The British engaged in trade, built railways, and established schools, leaving a lasting impact on the continent. In Asia, the empire expanded further, with colonies in places like Singapore and Hong Kong turning into bustling cities, filled with traders from every corner of the world.